Take my notes in a slightly different fashion. Okay, see if you can follow this reasoning. When the printing press was introduced in Europe, you didn't have the same old Europe plus the printing press. You had a transformed Europe and world. Well, we're going to have a transformed light ultimately. Ultimately, these tools are going to change how you teach and how students learn. But we understand that you need time to learn and grow as professionals. Right? Make no mistake, as we get into this, students will help you learn and grow. They're going to give you suggestions on, hey, could we do it this way or that way? And that's kind of cool, actually. But what we want to do is make expectations for next year very, very clear. Nobody expects that students have to use laptops every minute of every period of every day. Absolutely not. You should use those tools when they're useful and as you grow comfortable with them. Okay? Technology won't be appropriate for every lesson. Get it? But what we do expect is that teachers keep an open mind about things. Right? So we hope that you keep an open mind about learning new things, just like we expect of our students and just as you should expect of your administration. We expect that teachers make progress toward learning new tools and new techniques and being more technologically proficient. We expect that you go from point A, from a teacher learning standpoint, from point A to point B. Right? But everybody's point A and point B is going to be different, and we get it, and that's okay. So, just as we know that students sometimes have anxieties about learning new things and require multiple supports to learn, we understand that you're going to need multiple supports next year and beyond to get to your own point B, so to speak. What about professional development? We kind of mentioned it a little bit, but we know, here's another weird metaphor, we know that an 8-pound aspirin doesn't cure a year's worth of headaches. You have to have multiple doses. Right? So, similarly, you're going to need ongoing professional learning, not a one-and-done workshop. There are a couple of new professional learning opportunities coming very soon that have sort of sprung up. For example, and this is this year, Leyden's going to host an Ed Camp on Saturday, February 11th at East Leyden. And this is what's called an unconference. There's no lectures, there's no keynote. Basically, teachers, it's open to the public. Teachers who are inclined to do so sign up to teach a session on a particular technological tool or technique if they want to do so. They're all posted on a board, and people who are there to learn look to what interests them, and they go to that. So it's totally voluntary, but it's a cool thing that's come up in professional learning. Furthermore, Google has agreed to help with a 2-day Google Apps workshop on Thursday, May 31st and Friday, June 1st. Now that's after final exams, so it's totally voluntary, but that's still within the window of snow days. So don't make any travel plans anyway, because you never know, but it's within that window. Google will be here for 2 days, and that's another great opportunity to come and learn for next year and beyond. So, in addition to that, what do we have right now as far as professional learning? We've got Wednesday in-service time, right? Which should now be used to map curriculum, examine student work, and collaborate with your colleagues to help students learn. It's collaborative time for you guys, but we know that's not sufficient. We've got 2 institute days dedicated to professional development, and I think the best use of that time next year is similar to that Ed Camp model. We've got multiple sessions running, you choose what best suits your needs. But that's not enough either. Professional travel outside the district is always supported. Whenever people find workshops, we try to get them there as much as possible. But again, that's not enough either. Leyden U classes. We've done those in the past. We'll do more in the future. For example, Brian did a Google Apps boot camp over the summer. Todd Beltman and Rob Hammond did a Smartboard Leyden U class, which I think people found very beneficial. Those are prime examples. We'll continue to do those. That's not enough either. We've developed different models of professional development embedded in the school day, like Period 0, Period 10, the Lunch and Learns, which are going on right now, by the way. We can do those whenever we need, based on what you guys want. But that's not enough. We've created multiple screencasts, and there's plenty of tutorials out there on the web and things like that on specific tools for you to go get it when you need it. Just-in-time learning, so to speak. You get it when you need it. More being produced all the time will continue to do that. But that's not enough. Okay, all of those things are going on right now, and we can provide those now. So, if all that's not enough, what's going to be different? We know that the addition of literacy coaches here at Leyden has been extremely beneficial. Right? It's been a tremendous asset, and as part of the presentation to the board, we're going to propose 2 full-time technology coaches. whose duties will be to help teachers with technology, learning new tools, new techniques, and implementing technology in the classroom. Now, that model is going to be very similar to our literacy coaching model, and as a matter of fact, the tech coaches and the literacy coaches are going to be working on the same team if those positions get approved. Okay? The technology and good instruction have to be put together. Another part of our plan, this isn't really professional development, but I'm just going to let you know about it, as far as support. Based on models that we've seen in other successful one-to-one districts, we plan to schedule a technical support class to provide immediate tech support to our teachers and students every period of the day. Sort of like the Genius Bar, you can kind of walk up and get help. That's going to be staffed, we believe, by our own students, under the supervision by a Leyden teacher at all times. Again, all periods of the school day. So, in this relatively short amount of time, our purpose has been to try to assure you that all we're doing is a big undertaking. We get that. Right? We know that it takes time and support. And there's some big pieces in play. There's curriculum mapping to kind of get all of our curriculum, what we want to teach, why we're teaching it, making sure it's relevant to the class of 2012, 2016, 2022, 2032, that it's all relevant and it's what we want to teach. We've got data, getting better and better with data to tell us whether what we're doing is working, and if not, what we can do about it. But the key to all of it is good quality instruction. Right? So putting together quality instruction, common instructional vocabulary, and instructional techniques. So what we're talking about today, in the board meeting on Thursday, is implementing a set of instructional tools for all students in all classes that, when used well, are more than tools. They can be transformative. So all of this, again, to get back to this, I'm going to throw a math term out there, it's an iterative process, cyclical process. We keep learning and growing, chipping away at it, getting better and better. Then another year comes, we start it over. We get a little bit better, we chip away at it. It's a long process, and on and on and on. Nobody expects this to be done, whatever this is, in a semester or a year. We're in it for the long haul. Questions?